Let's take a look into an investigation that began nearly 9 years ago. A conflict in Ukrainian airspace where a missile was launched, hitting a civilian commercial aircraft, Malaysia Flight 17, killing all on board. July 17, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 17 was a scheduled international flight that was shot down while flying from Amsterdam, Netherlands to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The incident resulted in the loss of all 283 passengers and 15 working crew members on board, totaling 298 souls. The investigation revealed that the flight was shot down by a surface-to-air missile believed to have been launched by pro-Russian separatists in eastern Ukraine. The tragedy was a significant event in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine and had far-reaching political and diplomatic consequences. The investigation into the downing of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH17 was led by the Joint Investigation Team, consisting of representatives from several countries, including the Netherlands, Australia, Belgium, Malaysia, and Ukraine. The JIT concluded that the aircraft was shot down by a Buk missile system that was transported from Russia and fired from an area in eastern Ukraine controlled by pro-Russian separatists. The findings of the investigation were supported by a large body of evidence, including witness statements, radar data, and analysis of the aircraft wreckage. The conclusion of the JIT was met with international support, including from the United Nations. However, the Russian government has repeatedly challenged the findings of the investigation and denied any involvement in the incident. President Vladimir Putin has publicly stated that the Ukrainian government bears responsibility for the downing of the aircraft, suggesting that it was a tragic accident that occurred during military operations in the region. Despite the evidence and international support for the JIT's conclusion, the perpetrators of the attack have yet to be brought to justice, and the matter remains a subject of ongoing political and diplomatic discussions. In the aftermath of the disaster, there were calls for accountability, and the Dutch-led Joint Investigation Team was established to identify and prosecute those responsible. The JIT concluded that the Buk missile system used to shoot down the flight belonged to the Russian military, and that it was transported into Ukraine specifically to shoot down a civilian aircraft. The findings of the JIT have been disputed by the Russian government, which has consistently denied any involvement in the downing of MH17. As for Putin's role, he has consistently denied any involvement of the Russian state in the downing of MH17. He has also questioned the credibility of the investigations and the evidence presented. What are your opinions regarding President Putin? Was the serving head of state capable of committing war crimes? Will he be charged or given diplomatic immunity? This conversation does not have to end here. Share your thoughts in the comments section. The issue remains a source of significant international tension and has contributed to strained relations between Russia and Western countries.